Intuitive eating is not what you think it is. Intuitive eating has become a catch-all phrase that means basically anything that's not dieting. And it's so interesting because I hear people talking or I see people on Facebook pages saying how intuitive eating didn't work or how intuitive eating ruined their health. And so I want to talk about what intuitive eating is not. Intuitive eating is not eating whenever, whatever, or however. It really isn't, and I see people getting confused with that often. So, hi, my name is Eve, and I love helping people make peace with food in any situation, no matter what is happening in their lives. And what I want to talk about today is intuitive eating. It's not what many people think it is, and the reason why that's problematic is they try a technique of learning intuitive eating and they come back feeling frustrated, upset, disheartened, and they go back into the dieting world, the world of restriction, counting, measuring, portioning, and into all of that insanity. So I created this video to talk about what intuitive eating is not. And as I said, intuitive eating is not eating. It doesn't mean eating whenever, whatever, or however. And let's go through that. Intuitive eating is not eating whenever the urge to eat comes. It really isn't. It's learning how to listen to the body signals and eating when you're physically hungry. So that means that, if you're eating when you're physically hungry, that you're distinguishing between physical hunger and emotional hunger. And a lot of people don't take that into consideration when they're doing what they call intuitive eating. They just eat whenever the urge arises. And that is not intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is learning how to listen to your physical hunger and separating that from emotional sensations, which may be very similar. That's why I feel working with a dietitian or a nutrition expert is so helpful in learning how to distinguish the sensation of physical hunger and emotional hunger. Also, intuitive eating doesn't mean eating whatever. It's okay to allow nutrition to help guide your food choices. In fact, it's helpful to think about eating foods that fuel your body. It's really interesting. Many people, when they think they're eating intuitively, they oftentimes eat all the things that they weren't allowed to on a diet, and they think that is intuitive eating. No, that isn't eating intuitively. Eating intuitively is making food choices for the most part that fuel your body. It doesn't mean that, you're not eating foods just for the sake of pleasure. Of course, that is part of intuitive eating, but for the most part, you're using your body to guide your food choices. Not using food to cheer you up or to change your emotional state. Not using food to satisfy your emotions, using food to satisfy your body. That is intuitive eating. Also, intuitive eating doesn't mean eating however much you want. It doesn't mean eating endless amounts of food and getting overly stuffed. Intuitive eating is about being present with your food, really taking time to enjoy it and savor it, really slowing down so that you can feel the sensations of satisfaction and actually stop. So as you could see, intuitive eating is not what a lot of people think it is. If you thought that is what intuitive eating is, well, good job, you're right. And what do you think about what I'm saying? It's quite a controversial topic about what intuitive eating is. And so I'm interested to hear your opinion on what you feel intuitive eating is. And so I hope this video was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.